Hey guys, it's old Big Bad Boodetti here. Um, Nats is now over, and yeah, a lot of shenanigans and fun shit happened there, which is all cool and everything. I might get into that in a couple of videos later or something. But what I want to bring to you is a little bit of a idea I've been joshing around, and I've actually come up with a thing, and I'm going to start actually doing it now. Where I mentioned before, and to some other people as well, how Robbie Cole has his Celovori Calcos challenge. Well, I like that, but I wanted to expand on that a little bit. So, and also, I'm going to do something which is, this is completely optional. You do not have to do this in respect to this. My challenge, you can you can up the ante on it. Whereas you pay $5 to try it, but if you actually make it all the way to the finish line and win, which you can do it, it's not impossible when I tell you about it, you can win prizes like, well, these 3-star foil tour guides. For example, is if you beat I believe it was dice roll number 9, which anyway, I'm going to stop joshing around and actually tell you about it now. I'm calling this the Megaman X Maverick project, which I might work on the name, but that's basically the thing I've been keep coming back to is the Maverick project. So I might just call it that and leave out the Mega Man X part. But anyway, the whole premise of it is you are Mega Man X, you are running through the X games 1 through 8, trying to stop the Mavericks. Hence the name, obviously. If you haven't played the game or anything, you ought to check it out. It's a pretty kick-ass game. Well, it's classic and it's really, solid. Like, it's really good. But anyway, the premise of this challenge is basically all up to luck. If you you roll 2 6-sided die, which here's 2 6-sided die. Yeah. Now, you can either have me dice roll on cam, or we can dice roll in a room on Dueling Network. Whichever you prefer. I honestly don't care if you think I'm untrustworthy or you think I'm screwing you or whatever. I don't care. I'm not gonna split hairs over that shit. So, that's how you do it. Now on to how and what happens when you dice roll. Okay. If you roll 2 through 9, which is, indication there, you will play Mega Man X 1 through 8, depending on which one you land on. So if you roll a 2, you're playing Mega Man X1. If you roll a 9, you're playing Mega Man X8. Simple as that. So then, you're going to take the same 2 die that you rolled with, or in this case the virtual thing on Dueling Network, and you're going to roll again after it's decided what game you're going to be playing through. So if you're playing Mega Man X1, which each of the Mavericks have their own dice, like depicted on them. Like, I think I made Penguin 2 in Mega Man X1. Like, I have them actually listed too if you wanted to know which one was which. But you dice roll that, and the whole purpose is you beat all the Mavericks. Well, I know that could get really monotonous and time consuming, so I've done this. 12 is, for those of you who don't play D&D or anything like that, you crit. You get the highest roll possible. And I'm dropping dice everywhere. So for this game, if you crit when you already have chosen, or the game's already been chosen, you automatically are fighting the final boss. If you crit outside of the game, like when you're picking which game you're playing through, you get to choose which game you play. Well, if you roll a 10 I get to choose which game you play through. If you roll 11, you get a chance to do double or a power roll. Power roll means this: you take the dice, you roll it. You roll both of them. Whatever number you get, that's your number that you have to beat on your next double roll. If you beat it, you can start any one of the games with one of the Mavericks already defeated, and it goes on. Now, if you don't power roll, then you you actually get to dice roll again to pick whichever, what happens. And if you power roll again, keep on until you hit a game. Anyway, the Mavericks themselves. Here's a very important thing that I haven't mentioned yet that I need to. This is going to be contested under Unlimited, but here's the thing. Mega Man X was a real big purveyor of justice and didn't believe in, going outside of what, was the norm for, stopping someone or whatever. So you guys that are going to be doing this challenge have to administer under the advanced or traditional list. I'm letting you pick, but whichever one you pick, that's what you're stuck with. But I mean, if you go traditional, you can use Chaos Emperor Dragon and all that other shit, and why would you want to go back to advanced? But that thing being said, but the Mavericks can use whatever they want. So you could see 3 Chaos Emperor Dragons, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Which, if you don't like that, then don't take the challenge. But it's meant for fun and all the other stuff. I've had guys already try it, and they enjoy it. They haven't put any money into it, but you can play it for fun, what have you. Just if you do play it for money, you have a very good chance. Well, you have a good chance of walking away with something, and the prizes vary too. Which I've got some that are really really good, some that are meh, and then some that are pretty nifty. They're kind of cool. But if you beat one of the Mavericks, now this is where it gets kind of interesting. If you beat one of the Mavericks, what isn't the final boss, obviously, what ends up happening is you get to pick one card and limit it for the rest of your playthrough on that game. So if, say, you beat Chill Penguin in Mega Man X1, and you say, okay, the card I picked to be limited for the rest of my challenge is Regeki. Okay, Regeki now goes from 3 to 1 for me. But it's also a double-edged sword. So if you're running a card, which I don't know why you would necessarily do this in some cases, but some decks are actually more modern than others. You're going to probably see, you could see Dad Return, you could see, there's all sorts of shit you could end up seeing in this, like really, because it's supposed to be decks from like their prime back into like the current format. But it's nothing anything like really huge or whatnot, so it's whatevs. So, say for instance you would limit it, Insector Hornet. Okay, if you're playing in sectors, you just limited Hornet, so use your head on what you're going to limit. And I'm going to say this now too, not all decks are going to be teching 3 Regeki, 3 Harpy Feather Duster, 3 Monster Reborn, 3 Dark Hole. Not all of them are going to be doing that shit. So it's actually not as bad as it sounds as far as the unlimited thing goes. But for those of you who would love to challenge this or play through this and do this, feel free to hit me up on here or Facebook, Skype, any way you can reach me. Dueling Network, I'm on Dueling Network as Hot and Clags. You wanna take the challenge, just message me. We can do this. We'll decide whether you want to do it for the prize or just for lols. It's all cool, but this is Big Bad Boo Daddy signing off, and if you take the challenge, hope you enjoy yourself, and signing off. Peace to you.